I like the insect that fly in the air. Japanese name is chocho. So you can call me Chocho-san. Chocho-san. And today we will talk about the Hara Kiri, or also called Seppuku, and also Chikai. Actually, I'm kind of the expert when it comes to traditional suicide because I killed myself. Long story short, I used to be married to the American naval officer Pinkerton, but Pinkerton married me, and he come back to his country in America, and then he abandoned me, and when he's gone, actually I have his baby, and then he come back 3 years later, and he wants to take my baby because he married an American wife. And the reason he married me in the first place is because at the time the Japanese law about the divorce are very relaxed, so it's easy to marry than divorce, than have Japanese wife until you can have real American wife. But anyway, so what happened after is I just take this dagger and kill myself. Just slit my throat. So yeah, actually the knife I took was my father knife, the Hara Kiri knife of my father. So because I have so much experience in this area, today I will talk about different ways of suicide in Japan. So first thing that you probably already know because very famous is Hara Kiri. So Hara Kiri is the popular name, but the actual name that you find in the official text and the official documento is the word seppuku. Seppuku means the cut the belly, and the seppuku or harakiri is only for men suicide. So this kind of suicide appeared in the Japan during the 12th century. At the time we have the samurai, and then it was officially abandoned by the Japanese in 1868. But officially, but really some other people keep doing harakiri. So in Japanese, seppuku composed of two water is setsu is cut, and fuku belly, setsu fuku seppuku cut belly, and so it's very painful. And traditionally the men go to the temple, and they cut the belly with kind of like this, the saber like this. But this one is not the they don't use this one too big, but I don't have other one, but usually they use the short saber. Short saber is called wakizashi. It means the short saber. So they take either this, we'll put away because dangerous, or they take this. This is just a little knife, dagger, called a tanto. And tanto is free the soul. So at the time we cut the belly, and we do it like this, like this, under the belly button. And seppuku is very painful, but if it is too painful, we can do the 주문지기리, and it's cut from up to down, vertical cut, and this a little bit less painful, and then even more less painful is less honorable is the other technique called the kaishakunin, is when the friend come and cut your head instant death. So if you want to do like this, it's possible, but less cool. So seppuku is really last resort option, is when the warrior think maybe his master give him some order that is too immoral, and they refuse to execute this order, they rather die. Or for example, if someone did something really bad sin, and then his way of say sumimasen, and then seppuku also kind of way to say I'm sorry, forgive me, and also wash the sin from the body. So it's for men usually, and then the only men can do seppuku. But there is a women version that I did in the during my life. I cut my throat with a little dagger, and it's called the chikai. It's the when you slit your throat with a little dagger like this. So in Japan, the reason why the men cut the belly is because the belly is for us Japanese, but many Asian cultures, the belly is where we have the courage, and we have the feelings, and we have the emotions. So if some Japanese say you Hara Kiri, it's meaning you have big belly. Big belly. If someone in the Western world, if you say you have a big belly, people so mad. They say like, I'm not fat. But in the Eastern culture, it mean not this. It mean compliment, like you have big heart. If I want to say you speak with your heart, you speak the sincerity, we can say hara no atte. It mean open belly, while opening your belly. If a person is little bit liar and they didn't say the truth, we say hara no misenai, is meaning they don't show the belly. They don't show the belly. They hide their thinking. And then hara no yomeru is reading the belly, and is meaning reading the thoughts. So anyway, the most important place, the belly. So if you do seppuku, so remove your inside with the knife, is like showing your real self, showing who you are. And then we have a very different kind of suicide. We have a inseki shisatsu, is a suicide to avoid the shame. If you're ashamed, you want to avoid the shame, you do this one. And then we have also gyokusai, is the honor suicide. Honor suicide happened a lot during the Second World War because the Japanese soldiers didn't want to surrender, so just killed themselves. And we have the Seppuku. Actually, before I say something is wrong, I said the Jumonji Kiri is less painful, but actually more painful. If when you cut like this, it's more painful than when you cut like this. So, and then we have the Kobara, is a suicide for children, and if they're willing to suicide. And then we have Robuka, is a suicide for the good of the family, and the Funji suicide to express the rebellion and angry. And then we have different kind of Shinju. Shinju is called double suicide, so not alone, with the other people. So Oyako Shinju is the suicide, the parent and the children. And then we have the Boshi, and Boshi Shinju is a suicide, the mother and the children. And Fushi Shinju is a suicide, the father and the children. And many Shinju, too many Shinju. So yeah, and the reason why we do the seppuku is the first man did the seppuku is Minamoto no Tametomo, is samurai, and he actually he copied the Chinese women, because seppuku actually come from China. In China, if woman accused that she has child with the other man, she cut her belly to show she was faithful. So this man, Minamoto, he decided to do the seppuku, and he gives some a very detailed description. And after he lost some battle, at the Uchi battle in 1180, he decided to go to the temple, Minamoto no Yorimasa, and he killed himself like this, with the knife in the belly. And then this the first seppuku. So seppuku is kind of it's like honor code of the warrior, and it's like you give yourself your own end, your own death, you give yourself. So seppuku is a very, very codified situation. Many different occasions to practice the seppuku. For example, if you lose the battle, or if you become the prisoner, and also if if you don't respect your master, so many situations. And for me, I did like called the chikai, because as the women, we don't have the right to the seppuku suicide like that. We cannot open the belly, so we slit the throat with the little knife. But some detail is very interesting. We tied the leg together, because when we die, we should always have the decent position when dying. So we should be on our knees to die like this. And then chikai is only practiced alone, so we cannot do the group suicide, just alone, face death alone. And it's really easy to do. So you have two way, or you cut the jugular vein, or the carotid artery, like this, just one quick death. And the small knife is a tanto, and the man can also use, or kaiken. Kaiken is even smaller, and the women always keep the little knife on them, because maybe they will need it. Anyway, the even little boy can do jigai. If he's young, then he can, but usually only women. And then so we only do in a very special situation. For example, during the war, to preserve the honor before the enemy come. If we know we will lose, then jigai. And then if my husband is samurai and my husband died, then I should jigai to join my husband in the other world. And then sometimes if I'm the maid of my friend, then I should do like this. If my mistress did the jigai, then I do the jigai because I'm loyal. And then also if my husband is an officer and he's sentenced to death, then I should also do jigai. And then if my husband is samurai and he did something terrible and I cannot tolerate and it's too crazy, then I should do jigai to protest, like sign of rebellion against my husband. I can do. So yeah, many situations when the jigai can possible be. And but the seppuku jigai, but today is illegal and we don't do anymore. But many people they do, and is kind, but not anymore. Just at the time, and now we cannot do. It's bad, so don't do at home. Just I explained this ritual, but it's not. You don't do at all. Okay. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope I see you again next time. I can explain some other technique, and because I know some things. Okay. Goodbye.